Yaga, how shall I know that?
Yo, she may be sweet, but this blind to Othello. Thanks to Iago, he thinks she's a hoe. Michael Cassio was his best officer, but it all changed thanks to images of topping her. For being Othello's love, Othello's wife, ended because of Iago's evil sights. He made up a plan, he made it up quick. Now listen to the story of his dirty, dirty tricks. Once upon a time of jealousy and evil, a man named Iago planned out some upheaval. He wanted a position, a special one, so he could be known, and this is how it begun. He needed some things to be changed. He wanted Cassio and himself to exchange. To do this, he needed to accomplish a task. He also needed some of Rodrigo's cash. He was his puppet, his purse. Iago was his curse. He made him take the worst turn that can't be reversed. Iago played with his mind, and everyone else's too. Illusion of divine, but reality is only what he knew. That's the story of Othello, that's the end of the play.
Never tell me, I take it much unkindly that thou, Iago, who hast my purse, the strings were thine, shouldst know of this.
Blood, but you will not hear me. If I ever did dream of such a matter, abhor me.
Thou thus, me thou, didst hold them in thy hate?
Despise me if I do not. 3 great ones of the city in personal suit to make me his lieutenant, off kept to him, and by the faith of man, I know my price. I am worth no worse a place, but he, as loving as his own, pride and purposes, evades them with a bombast circumstance, horribly stuffed with epithets of war, and in conclusion, none suits my mediators. For certes, says he, I have already chose my officer, and what was he? Forsooth, a great arithmetician. One, Michael Cassio, a Florentine, a fellow almost damned in a fair wife, that never set a squadron in the field, nor the division of a battle knows, more than a spinster, unless the bookish theoric wherein the toad consuls can propose. As masterly as he, mere prattle without practice, is all his soldiership, but he, sir, had the election, and I, of whom his eyes had seen the proof, at Rhodes, at Cyprus, and on other ground, Christian and heathen must be leagued and calmed by debtor and creditor. This countercaster, he in good time must his lieutenant be, and I, God bless the mark, his morship's agent.
By heaven, I would rather have been his hangman.
Why, there's no remedy, 'tis the curse of service. Preferment goes by letter and affection, and not by old gradation, where each second stood heir to the first. Now, sir, be judge yourself, whether I, in any just term, am affined to love the more.
I would not follow him then.
Oh, sir, content you. I follow him to serve my turn upon him. We cannot all be masters, nor all masters cannot truly be followed. You shall mark many a duteous and knee-crooking knave, that, doting on his own obsequious bondage, wears out his time, much like his master's ass, for naught but provender, and when he's old, cashiered, whip me such honest knaves. Others there are, who, trimmed in forms and visages of duty, keep yet their hearts attending on themselves, and throwing but shows of service on their lords, do well, thrive by them, and when they have lined their coats, do themselves homage. These fellows have some soul. And such a one, for I profess myself. For, sir, it is sure, as you are Rodrigo, were I the Moor, I would not be Iago. In following him, I follow but myself. Heaven is my judge, not I, for love and duty, but seeming so, for my peculiar end. For when my outward action doth demonstrate my native act and figure of my heart, in compliment extern, 'tis not long after I wear my heart on my sleeve, for daws to peck at. I am not what I am.
And what full fortune does a thick-lipped sow, if he can carry to thus?
Call up her father, rouse him, make after him, poison his delight, proclaim him in the street, incense her kinsmen, and thou, he in a fertile climate dwell, plague him with flies, thou that his joy be joy, yet throw such changes affection can't.
Here is her father's house. I'll call aloud.
Do like with timorous accent and dire yell, as by when night and negligence the fire is spied in populous cities.
What ho, Brabantio? Seymour Brabantio, ho!
Awake, ho, Brabantio! Thieves, thieves, thieves! Look to your house, your daughter, your bag! Thieves, thieves! What is the reason of this terrible summons? What is the matter there?
Senor, is all your family within?
Are your doors locked?
Why? Wherefore ask you this?
Zoom, sir, you're robbed for shame. Put on your gown. Your heart is burst. You have lost half your soul. Even now, very now, an old black ram is tapping your white ewe. Arise, arise. Awake the snorting children with the bell, or else the devil will make you a grandsire of you. Arise, I say.
What, have you lost your wits?
My reverend senor, do you not know my voice?
Not I, what are you?
My name is Rodrigo.
The worst are welcome. I have charged thee to haunt my doors. In honest plainness thou hast heard me say, my daughter is not for thee, and now, in madness, being full of supper and distempering draughts, upon malicious bravery, dost thou come to start my quiet.
Sir.
But thou must need be sure, my spirit and my place have them power to make this blitter thee.
Patience, good sir.
What tellst thou me of robbing? This is Venice, my heart is not agreeing.
Most grave Brabantio, in simple and pure soul, I come to you.
Zoom, sir, you are one of those that will not serve God, if the devil bids you. Because we come to do you service, and you think we are ruffians? You'll have your daughter covered with Barbary horse. You'll have your nephews neigh to you. You'll have your coursers for cousins and Gunnets for Germans.
What profane wretch art thou?
I am one, sir, that comes to tell you your daughter and the Moor are making the beast with two backs.
Thou art a villain.
You are a senator.
This thou shalt answer. I know thee, Rodrigo.
Sir, I will answer anything, but if I beseech you, it be your pleasure and most wise consent, as partly I find it is that your fair daughter, at this odd, even, dull watch of the night, transported with no worse nor better guide, but a knave of a common air, a gondoler, to the gross glass of a lavish Moor. If this be known to you in your alliance, then we have done the bold and saucy wrongs. But you know not this. My manners tell me that we have wrong rebuke, that we have not the sense of all civility. Thus I would play and trifle with your reverence, your daughter, and have I not given her leave, I say again, half made of gross revolt, tying her duty, beauty, wit, and fortress, extravagant and wheeling stranger, of here, of everywhere. Straight satisfy yourself, if she be in her chamber, or at your house, let loose the justice of state, for thus deluging you.
Strike me on the tinder, ho. Give me a taper. Call up all of my people. This accident is not unlike my dream. Belief have oppressed me already. Light! I say light!
Okay. Then I would not follow him then.
What?
Get out of here!
No, they're just thinking,
Go.
I see the video. I think that's amazing.
Did you get that?
Proclaim fertile climate dwell, plague him with flies. That one. One. Do with, I forgot my lines.